so far.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Go, let's go! Check, watch 54, watch 54.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jake Paul is going to be fighting in the same card as Mike Tyson. He's going to fight Nate Robertson.
Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Isn't Nate Robertson mad short?
2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, he's NFL, NBA short, not real life short.
Oh, yeah.
He's taller than me.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hernandez. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mayfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mayfield. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll move to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Landry, the intended target. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, 53, check 53. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
2nd and 13. Complete to Washington.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
juked him. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sideline. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Are you winning in UFC or not?
Is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
What?
I said, are you actually winning in UFC or are you losing like you did other games?
I'm not playing UFC, so shut up.
I'm just was.
No.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And an alley to run. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Shit.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Mayfield with it once more. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Cameron Hayward. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And Tate's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Browns' drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first. Play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
The
Yeah,
king
they're
is
going to need a
back.
few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw, Mayfield, flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And only able to
Lewinsky should
get
have
2
sat.
here, stopped at the 30. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I subscribe to OnlyFans, huh?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the
to her
gun now
OnlyFans.
here on 3rd and 8.
What? What?
Hey, let's go.
I subscribe to her OnlyFans. What?
And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I subscribe to Lewinsky's OnlyFans. What?
And hand out the grade sheets. He's going to really like getting a double plus on this
Something. What?
He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But
I
what else does he
subscribe
do?
to Lewinsky's
Protects himself
OnlyFans.
by
What?
sliding
Oh,
and
got him on the
avoiding
recording?
big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. King. Big Dan. Go. Check. Lucky. I got it.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he will finally be taken down. Heck of a run there, though the clock continues to roll. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is Johnson. He's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's 70, Indy. 53. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Pennington. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
What?
What is that? Oh, I didn't even know you were smoking.
Don't it look like a cigarette?
No.
She just didn't show it. Look.
Santos now to add the PAT.
That looks like a cigarette.
But you.
And that makes it 14-10.
You almost done, Frank?
Shut up.
I'm ready.
Not your name.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick.
Now I'm in the second quarter.
away.
But I might get off.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Maybe I'll be trash sometimes.
So
Why would I be running? My record is great. You know what I mean? I got my 100. I got my 100 wins. You know, I'm chilling. What else I need to do? 200?
Nah, I'm telling you, UFC 4, mark my words, that record will not be that bad.
This is taken at his 4.
Right. Yeah, show it though. You can't talk about it
The
anymore.
25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
I must level up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like
I'm playing some phone game for Brawl Stars. This shit is alright.
But in order to get the separation,
It's made by
that you
the same
just
people who
talked
make classic
about,
games.
change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Got it. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Not here. Wide. Get wide. Topper. Mike. Let's go. Be driven.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So great play there, obviously because of the loss. We had your free safety coming up to make the tackle.
Great observation, because one of the cliches is that every defensive coach tells us in run defense we need all 11 to the ball in order to handle it. Well, how often does the free safety begin dropping into the box? Not very often. So he did a nice job diagnosing and getting involved.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I feel like in rotation, they go so quick, I don't even realize.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mayfield now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Huh?
Mom said just to order my stuff off your phone.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Okay.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
What?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds,
I'm getting
and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, here we go. 5.
Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it.
Where's the joke?
If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Check 24. Central West. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Landry. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
I threw like 7 interceptions in a fucking row.
The 36-yard line.
Nah, I'm gassing it.
Add up last
Like
week
3.
and this week now. That's 9.
I thought it was just a bad day UFC was having.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes.
It's a mixture.
Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And again this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready? 18 Gator. Mike is 59. Cut. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey.
Looking to throw. Pennington. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see
well, I think, like,
the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Partner, we always talk about possession being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Denominator.
On 1st and 10, Pennington got an open man. It's Washington. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Yeah.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Oh, shit. Like her running.
That's a good ass name.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
See there?
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
She lives in Florida?
Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And my goodness, interception. Picked up on Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support.
She got you in
both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility. Look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the
I was looking
21-yard
Frank's
line.
ass in the UFC. Right, Frank?
What?
The Browns drive about to get started. And last
UFC?
time,
No,
one
I was telling my
play
brother.
interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an
Nah, that Cody kick, bro, that shit is...
think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in
Yes, I
it,
hate
and then
that.
fling another one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Yeah.
Mayfield steps away. Space to maneuver at the 40. He'll
Yes,
take
I hate
this to the
Siri.
other
That's
side
the
midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It went on your phone?
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call
Yeah, I gotta
it?
take
Game slowing down.
most
They see
in this
everything
shit right now.
happening
It's not even
almost in
funny.
slow motion. They see the lanes develop.
I gotta go.
That's the
He's
nerves.
right there.
That's the
Well, you
nerves
want
getting
this
to
from your
you.
leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
47 miles, 47. I got it.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Johnson, the intended target. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Stay focused. Come on. All right. I got you.
What's up, Frank?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Cut. Watch the safety creep. Get it. Run.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pennington. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. He's going to launch it for Washington. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And an alley to run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever